What's happening, people? I hope you're all well. So Justis Huni beats Joseph Goodall over 10 rounds and he wins a unanimous decision. You know, one of the things that impresses me about Justis Huni is that he's extremely agile and he's extremely nimble and he's extremely coordinated for heavyweight. A lot of heavyweights you'll see are a bit clunky, a bit clumsy, a bit less coordinated than the lower weight classes, such as, you know, if you're looking at welterweights, if you're looking at, you know, super lightweights, you know, all of the lower weight divisions, the fighters tend to be more coordinated, better balanced, more agile. But Justis Huni at heavyweight has, you know, he's got the agileness of a fighter in a lower weight class. So he has something there. Joseph Goodall, undefeated going into this fight, had plenty of amateur fights, and I was actually looking at his amateur record. He fought Majidov, he fought Victor Vithurst, he got a win against Victor Vithurst as well. He fought who's some other people that he fought? He fought F.A. Jagba. He fought, I can't remember everyone that he fought, but he's been in there with people who I actually know of, and he's not fought at the lowest level with regards to amateurs. So Joseph Goodall going in there with some amateur pedigree. As a pro, he had, like, I think it was something like 7 wins, 6 by KO, 0 losses and 1 draw. But when you look at the people he'd been knocking out, you really start to realise that, and by the way, a lot of his knockouts were in the first round or second round, early knockouts. But when you look at the record of the fighters that he fought, not only were they low level opposition, but they were fighters who were getting knocked out by other fighters. So that's just to put it in perspective. But either way, Justis Huni, he basically was quicker than Joseph Goodall. He was, yeah, as I say, quicker. He just looked to have that bit more zip in his punches, and he just looked to be a bit more, I don't know, it's like he has the speed, the ring generalship, the zip in his punches, you know, he's got a lot of snap in his punches, and it was just too much for Joseph Goodall. Joseph Goodall has skill, but he hasn't really, and I know he's got a lot of knockouts as a pro, or his knockout percentage is reasonably high, but I don't think he's got the most power. I don't think, like, if he stepped up in levels, I don't think he'd be getting real knockouts like that. He's not got the most power, he's not the quickest, and there's nothing that he does that is great. And I think that that is the difference between Joseph Goodall and Justis Huni. That Justis Huni has speed, agileness and nimbleness that a lot of heavyweights don't have, and that gave him an advantage when fighting Joseph Goodall. Now, Joseph Goodall did have some success in the fight, but ultimately it wasn't enough. And I also think the fact that Justis Huni had been rounds as a pro, I think that Joseph Goodall had not been the rounds as a pro. I think the most he'd ever been was like 6 rounds in a draw he had against Christian Zoy. I think he fought Christian Zoy twice. I don't know if he went 6 the first time. I think he went 6 the second time, and got a draw. So he'd never been 10 before, whereas Justis Huni, he went 10, he went 9 and a bit, you know, when he stopped Paul Gallen, and I don't know if he'd been 10. I know he went 7 in his debut. So Justis Huni, interesting addition to the heavyweight division. He now moves to 6-0, 4 KOs. Maybe not the most power, but he doesn't have to have the most power because everyone brings something different. You know, you got someone like Daniel Dubois coming up as a prospect, or maybe a fringe contender now, picking up the WBA regular. You know, I'd say he's more of a fringe contender coming back. You got Joe Joyce. How can I mention Daniel Dubois up and coming if I don't mention Joe Joyce, who beat Daniel Dubois? You know, these are heavy hitters. Whereas you got someone like Justis Huni, maybe not the most power, but he's definitely got the skill, the agileness, the coordination, and he's actually quite versatile as well. I see him fighting on the back foot, the front foot. So, and he's quite slick as well. So definitely someone to look out for in the heavyweight division. I'd like to see him maybe fight someone like Kevin Johnson next. I mean, he's 6-0, so Kevin Johnson's a good fighter to fight. Ali Demirizan just fought Kevin Johnson, and I thought that Kevin Johnson won that fight, to be honest with you. Kevin Johnson's still out there giving prospects tests. Put him in against Kevin Johnson, put him in against maybe Marius Wack, put him in against Kajanu, put him in against, you know, a high level journeyman, and then look at the likes of Christian Hammer, look at the likes of, I'm trying to think of someone like on a Christian Hammer level. There's a few fighters out there who can give you tests, who not necessarily going to win, but they're going to give you some tests, and those are the type of opposition that I'd like to see Justis Huni in for his next couple fights, and then look at stepping it up to contender level. You know, someone like Gerald Washington, someone like that is the sort of direction that he shouldn't be too far from. So either way, he gets the win here. You know, shout out to him, shout out to Joseph Goodall for giving it a go, and let's see what happens next. What did you think of the fight? What do you think of Justis Huni as a prospect? Let me know how far you think you can go. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, hit the notification bell so you get a notification when I make a new video, and I'll see you on the next video. What's happening, people? If you want to learn how to box, give me a call. We'll work on your power, speed, stamina and more. I do face-to-face sessions and online sessions. So give me a call and let's get going. Let's get going with this combination.